All right, so this rant is called TV and Movies 101. So obviously I've been beating the dead horse with public education indoctrination camps. You know, these curriculums, they're just indoctrinations. Rockefeller founded, originated, and funded kind of deal. So people don't understand that our academia is what creates the pawns. They create the good little citizens. They create the pawns for all the systems and the machines and the categories that they can control to enslave you. We are pawns that enslave ourselves, and they train us to be pawns to enslave ourselves. That's literally all public education really is. And so when it comes to history, outside of that first line of defense, how do you get the masses incrementally to believe his story, these stories? How do we get the masses to believe the history? Well, you get a heartstring pulled and you have their favorite TV show or their favorite movie, and every single piece of mass media, TV or movie, I can show you and identify at least some or most of the propaganda, the specifically engineered propaganda that's there to cover up or rewrite history in some way. I don't care if it's from John Wayne to Tombstone to Yellowstone in the world of, Western type stuff. It's all freaking propaganda. It's all covering up real history. When you've learned what I have and you learned that our history that we've been given is a complete freaking lie, you begin to watch TV and movies differently, and you can see a movie with, holy crap, they've got medicine propaganda, they've got jurisdiction propaganda. Like the FBI doesn't even have a congressional charter. They're always throwing over this badge, They want to indoctrinate you into believing the jurisdiction of the FBI and the power, and they want to intimidate you just through TV and movies when really they don't have a congressional charter, okay? It's crazy. You gotta understand jurisdiction. Why always NYPD? Why all these movies about NYPD? Learn the empire of the city. Learn that New York City is the United Nations. Learn this stuff. Understand where Wall Street is and why it's there and the jurisdiction of that location. And that's why it's always in the TV and movies. All that corruption. So please, every single movie, if it's Disney, you can go from Pirates of the Caribbean to Game of Thrones. They're covering something up and flaunting stuff right in your face, because there's some practices that Hollywood has where they have to flaunt stuff right in your face and they have to desensitize you to it before they actually implement it. So just understand that they are programming you too. So they're going to program you that some sort of AI or synthetic or whatever is coming, and it's indefinite and there's nothing you can do about it. And there is something you can do about it, but because the program, they taught you that it's indefinite and that it's coming in constant, these constant futuristic movies of what's coming, they make you believe in your future. They create the future for you, and then they're manifesting it. So because you're believing in their programs, that's the manifestation that's coming. You're not going to have your own future if that's what you believe. And that's the whole purpose of TV and movies. Every single piece. I'm watching Yellowstone. I love it. But I'm paying attention to the bull crap about the Indians. Now I understand why Indians are in all these movies. Why do we always have to have the Native American push, the Native American story? Movies like Wind River, things like that. You always got the casinos, yada, yada. Think about it. They're always portraying something to cover up something else. Always. Hatfields and McCoys. For the first time in history, the most amount of people ever in history have figured out that our history that we've been given is complete bullshit. It's a complete lie. So what are they doing? It's endless amounts of already pre-recorded movies and TV about history. So they're pushing the history on you so you believe what you already believed even more now, because they throw these little love twists and you get heartstrings pulled, and they re-indoctrinate you into the things they taught you when you're in elementary school, and they add a little twist to it and change it to manipulate it for these times, things like that. So please understand, from Game of Thrones to Saved by the Bell, from John Wayne to Yellowstone, every single TV and movie, piece of TV and movie is a propaganda piece. It's an engineered indoctrination designed to program you to believe a specific thing. So if you don't understand that, You'll never know why you're a slave to your own currency. You'll never know why you're a slave to a tyrannical government. You'll never know why you feel powerless. Everyone feels and acts so powerless, and they never implement change or change their career or change what they do for a paycheck because they think that there's nothing you can do about it. Well, if I can't control it, I don't worry about it. That shit's getting old. When good men do nothing, we get what we have now. And if all you do is complain on Facebook and vote once or twice a year, that's not enough. You've got to spend your time and money where it counts. So put your money where your mouth is. Time, money, what are you willing to do for a paycheck? That's all that matters. If you're spending all of your spare time, if all your time is spent slaving for a paycheck that feeds the system and the corruption, if that's what you do for a living, and then you get out and all you do is watch propaganda for your time off in sports. I've already had the sports rant. You can go back and watch the sports rant. If that's all you do is watch these TV and movies, the propaganda on your time off, do you understand that even off the field, you're being indoctrinated? You're a slave to the currency. You're a slave to the systems while you work. And then what happens when you're off is you're just being programmed. So really think about what you're doing. Really think about how you're going to live your life. Be intentional about where you spend your time and money, because if you don't choose something wholesome and raw, they're going to choose it for you, and they're going to program your ass. So good luck.